Welcome tonight to the Momentum, giving you a coming here from my basement and want to share all the great things. Today's talk, we're going to be talking about creating space for the most important person in the world, and that is you. There we go. That's you right there watching this right now. Okay, we want to be able to share this stuff. Share you with the world. Everybody wants to see you. They want to see your authentic you. They want to see the inner person of who you are, and that's who we're most excited about seeing, like Lorraine. I really want to know Lorraine better and be able to see her in her true self, because that's when things get a whole lot more fun. So, we're going to do talking about creating space, why that is so critically important to your overall success, not only obviously in fitness and nutrition and health, but in other areas of your life. Most people create space for their work. It doesn't necessarily always mean that they really enjoy that space that they created. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is that you want to make sure that whatever space you are creating is the space that you want to be in, being very fully present with yourself, of where you're at right now and what's going on in your life and your world, and what are the things that you want to move towards and start implementing on those actions as we go about. So early in the post, I put up an oxygen mask. And in that oxygen mask, when you're in an emergency airplane situation, what do you want to do? Who gets the mask first, right? Who is that person? I've had many people say the person next to you, the child, the spouse or whatever, but that's obviously not what you are told when you're flying, okay? When you're flying, it's you that needs to put the oxygen mask on. If you can't breathe, you can't help others. And if you're smothering your inner self, then you are not able to help others. That's quite a hard lesson I've learned over the years as well. Just me being my true authentic self. In some level that you are drawn to me, and I hope that you enjoy our time together and the different things that we go over and share with each other. I hope you really enjoy that stuff. Yes, there's a like. But it's really, really important that you're sharing yourself with the others, and you're able to do that because you're feeding into yourself. You're spending some time that puts back into you, okay? Ultimately, if you're not taking care of yourself first, you're not going to be able to help anyone else, okay? You can't give if you're not, if your tank is low, there's nothing in the tank, there's nothing to give back out. I've had, over the last year, I've been able to expand my capacities on giving because my tank is filled up. I'm mentally enriched, spiritually enriched. My relationships are pretty good, and therefore I'm able to give back, and that's a really good thing. As far as, obviously, health, nutrition, we're going to be diving into that stuff, the mindset piece that's so critical. So ultimately, going back to this analogy, like, if you're not feeding yourself, then you don't have any energy. If you're not eating good foods that support your goals, you don't have any energy. Like, you get up early, you give all day long, and then when it comes time to give to yourself, you're giving to others all day long. When comes time to give to yourself, there's nothing there because you've skipped meals, you've not made it a priority to pack food, prepare food, get it organized, any of those things, okay? We want to train the body with exercise, creating space and time for you to do that. That's something that I did today. I do regularly. I put up a post just recently about Stacy, who went to the Y even though it was cold out, even though she wasn't really excited to go. She was tired from a long day, It was after 7 p.m., but guess what? That was the only time of the day that she could get there. So she created the space to allow her to go work her body out. And ultimately, that will give her back. Even though she's tired in the moment, I bet you she probably left the gym feeling a lot better, feeling a little more energized, and then able to, tomorrow when she recovers from that, then she'll have a wee bit more energy to give back to her family, her friends, her coworkers, and whatnot. So that was a really awesome post, that text that she shared with me, and I wanted to share with other people. It's like, sometimes you got to do it even if you don't want to, but you want to make sure that overall that you are looking forward to the exercise and the workouts that you are doing. We want to train our mind, okay? Training our mind is a mindset piece. I have another mindset talk that is inside the group, and I love and on the website itself, so you can dive into that and really kind of start knocking on some mindset beliefs. So training your mind, it goes with some affirmations, positive reinforcements, and many other things that we're going to talk about tonight, that the mind is important. Now, another little point here is respect your need for alone time, okay? You can't be giving everybody else if you don't have time to check out yourself, and keep that stress in check, okay? Life's stressful, life is busy, things that are going on in your world are really busy, and so we ultimately want to make sure that you have time to kind of take a time out. And again, there'll be a couple of different things that we'll talk about today that will be able to do that. Now, there is, of course, we want to make sure that we keep this in balance a little bit. Like, you can't just be a loner and go off and not do anything. Can't just be working out all day long, because that's not good for you. Can't just be eating too much healthy food, because too much of a good thing is still too much. Okay, so balance is always needed. Talking about the mindset here. A powerful mind is one that knows that they might not know exactly where they are yet, but they have a strong hold of where they want to go, and what they might not know what it looks like, but they know what they want to get out of it, and so then they constantly push forward. They end up being more free, they're open, they're energetic, they're aware, they're curious, and this leads to a powerful mindset, okay? The second type of mindset is powerless. Powerful and powerless mindset, okay? It's the thought of being stuck, stuck here, and I don't like it. That's the type of mindset that keeps you stuck, dejected, passive, unconscious, afraid, and that's a powerless mindset. So these two situations here are, you can land in the same situation but have a different, is the cup half full or half empty? Could be your own personal situation right now with how you look and feel about yourself. Are you, I want to get here, and these are things that I'm doing to get there, or is it like I'm just never going to get there because of, look at where I'm at right now. Now, with having a powerful mindset, a couple things need to come into play. We need awareness of the current situation. We need a belief that there is a better way and that it exists out there. And you have to believe that you have the ability to gather the tools, resources necessary to create that new reality. That is something that I have literally done this year, is creating a significant amount of awareness around where I'm at in life, what I want. I'm seeking that out. I'm still not quite sure how to get there. I've got ideas, and I'm taking steps every single day to get there. And so I keep plugging and chugging. I'm very pleased and happy with my effort. It's been just over a year that I've been 100% on my own, and I checked out from having any work done with partners. It's just been me. I've I've been significantly more successful, and I've been pulling my future toward me at an accelerated rate, and I keep trying to pick up that pace even further and faster as we go. So I want to talk about some things that allow you to create space for yourself. Okay, setting personal time aside that's going to help enrich you, doing the things that you want to do, from obviously exercise. If what gets scheduled gets done, so we definitely need to schedule exercise in. It doesn't have to be necessarily a daily thing, but it does have to get written down on the schedule. I promise you, if you schedule time with me, you're going to get there. You're going to show up. You're going to make it happen. Why? Because I'll hold you to it. And if you don't, what's up, Kathy? And if you don't, then we end up having a very, have a nice little conversation. What's going on? Why aren't you coming to the workout? And we get that going on. So scheduling your workout. Creating space and time on the schedule to prep your food. I promise you, you're going to save time, energy, and money when you prepare your food ahead of time. Nothing easier. Actually, I just ran out of my grilled chicken, okay? So now I'm kind of scrambling. Amber's going to get some chicken on Wednesday, so I have like another day to kind of make it with whatever protein I have in my house. And so it's what I did literally easily before Thanksgiving. I grilled up 40 pounds of chicken, froze the majority of it, and I just pulled it out as I went. And I created space one evening to grill 40 pounds of chicken for 2 hours, but that fed me chicken for the next 6 weeks. And that was really an easy time investment, easy way to get a good return on my time investment on that one, okay? So prepare your food, of course, okay? Training the mind, okay? There's a number of different ways that we can do this. One is meditation, actually sitting down and kind of, you call it spacing out, you can call it intense focus, you can call it checking out or checking into yourself, depending on the ways that you would like to use meditation, okay? It's really a great way to create awareness inside this thing that's going on, this constant like turnover. I'm sure you got it too. There's a lot that goes on up here, and it needs to get shut down quite a bit. Now, with the mindset and being able to kind of like focus in and hone in on creating, so we create the space to create a solution to the problems that you're facing, right? You can't really solve any problems if you're unaware of it, okay? So that shift to awareness is critical, okay? The other thing, when you are checking out of all the distractions, you're able to get great insights of what's going on in the body. How's the body feeling? Is it tense? Is it relaxed? Is it stressed? Is it calm? And when we can become aware of these cues that your body's telling you, you're able to really kind of level up in your thinking and dive in deeper into your thought life. It's actually very enriching thing to meditate. A couple real quick ways to do it. One, you can do an app. I've got something like Headspace or Calm. You can focus on counting to 100 or counting down from 100. You can, like a yogi meditation where you're chanting and having a mantra. You can, there's a lot of different ways. You can just Google how to meditate if you need to. You can take some guided meditation on YouTube if you want. There's plenty of different videos out there that you can just kind of like check out of your mind and listen to these things that can get you into a much calmer state and allow you to become very powerful from a sense of internalness and inner being. Okay, so that's meditation. Secondly is writing things down. Okay, of course we want to write down SMART goals, specific, measurable, accurate, reliable goals that have a time frame to them and things that are relevant to you. Writing down goals is critically important. Also journaling, so I brought my journal down. This has actually started it last year. Got all these like extra things in here of scrap paper. I like to doodle, not doodle, I like to jot down things on scrap paper. There's a lot of business stuff in this. This is all my secrets. So you can only see them for a little bit, but there's the date, 11/29/15. So I'm starting to journal today. This is the day. I've seen, heard, read for too many times to ignore moving forward. Tom Croshaw, who's a kind of a mentor guy, and Daniel Lynn, along with AJ Mirzad, have pushed me through the barrier. It's convinced me enough when I've heard and read about manifesting what I want. And so that's it. So I started journaling. I had a couple things kind of like this, my laptop that my phone's sitting on was something that I had been like kind of really focused on getting into more of a laptop lifestyle. That's still kind of really a strong focus of mine. I wrote that down, so I actually got a laptop. I traded the Mac desktop for a MacBook Air. It's awesome, and it gets me mobile, so I can take my laptop with me anywhere I want. So the iMac laptop swap with Marin became pretty self-evident. My new house, the house I'm living in now, Orca is very much a manifestation of all the craziness, the amount of hustle, and the intense focus that Amber and I had to go through to get that. And that really started with creating space to be like, all right, what the heck am I doing? How am I moving forward? Because I'm moving away from CrossFit and moving into my own personal business. And what is that really going to look like? That's obviously shaped and changed and twisted and tweaked as I see that it becomes relevant to do so. And that's a great part of awareness. So a lot of these pages, dreams. Oh, I'm spilling some of my notes. Dreams. I will dial in my focus with my family when it's appropriate. I will work on lead flow to help bring in new clients, to help them out, and that's really good. Real quick about journaling. Here's some other things. People ask what the heck to do. Here's some things that you can write down and answer. There's so many different ways to journal. So I've like just freehand written, and with that, like just writing stuff out, like holy cow, like I can't believe the amount of stuff that comes out of my mind that's in these pages. It's just like chock full of information, just my words, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. I was going with that. You can tell stories. I remember a vivid memory of that was I'm in a men's book club, and we were reading the story of Pat Tillman, where Men Win Glory is called, and the guy journaled, and they read excerpts from his journal. So they had like all sorts of different stories and things of what he was doing and when. So like have my kids read this at some point in the future would be kind of cool for the most part. Sometimes not so much either. With just some things that I've been dealing with, there's this a time in life when you see that your parents are human and they have faults, and at some point here in the future, I think Levi will start picking that off, and the rest of them will follow shortly after. I'm sure Levi's 7, so he's going to start noticing that Dad's not the superhero that he should be all the time. But so here's some questions. So what do I want to experience today? So you do this in the morning and the evening. What dreams will I chase today? What am I grateful for? How am I feeling today? What are my intentions for the day? Then the evening, what are my 3 big wishes for the day? What were my negative thoughts for the day? Ask some quality questions of myself. So, enough about journaling, but strong thing to have with you and kind of check in. I was writing some notes down here from something else. All right. Talked about journaling, goal setting. When in the day are you going to do this? When are you going to create the space that allows you to be fully powerful, be fully yourself, and block out all distractions and get rid of any resistance and hesitation or anything that? When in the day are you able to do that? Okay, so a very, very prominent is the power hour in the morning. Get up, block out time. I know that Kathy has, we talked on the phone, and she's got like 8 to 11 blocked off. Just no work, none of that stuff. So she's able to spend the time that she needs to on herself, whether it's training her body, whether it's focusing on her mind, reading stuff, and doing things. So I'm really excited to kind of dive into what that stuff looks like and how we can shape it even better. Okay? So we have the morning power hour. Get up before you go to work and do what it is that is most important to you. The most important task should be worked out in the first half of the day. The ones that are not as important in the second half, okay? Because your energy wanes. Like right now, like I should be doing this in the morning, and I'm not. I'm doing it at like 10 o'clock. It's after 10. I'm tired. I've been up since really early this morning. I've been working with people. I've been giving out all day. Even today, I felt a little frustrated and overwhelmed with various things, trying to get everything in, different tasks that I can't seem to manage to get done. But if I handle some of these most important things in the morning, then I'm able to like kind of check this stuff off my list, so that like in the evening I can chill, rest, recover, relax, hang out with my wife, read my kids a story when they go to bed, things like that. During this time that you set aside, we want to be learning something new. Whether that's a form of self-expression, like reading a book and going on an imagination and adventure, or if it's literally you're actually learning something that can be applied to your day. I'm a big fan of learning. I read a lot. Excuse me. I read a lot, and then I also listen to a lot of stuff. I'm a big fan of listening. I'm really usually on the go. I've got 4 kids. It's really hard to juggle sitting down time. Like, that is incredibly impossible. And that was some of the overwhelm I felt today. Was just like, man, I'm trying to get this done. I'm getting interrupted. Someone's pulling on my leg. Somebody wants me to do this, that, the other. And it's really hard. So we need to connect quite a bit with yourself on getting some of those most important things done in power hour. If it's in the evening, really kind of guarding that time and protecting it. So like after work, like workout time, like if you're going to work out in the evening, you need to be ready, prepared, because mentally you can start checking yourself out of that, and it just is not a good thing for you to do. You can really kind of like pull back on the reins. Like a easy example would be a run. Man, I'm going to go do this really killer crazy hard workout. I'm really excited for it. This is the night before. Like I'm doing this workout tomorrow. And then as the day goes on, you get tired from the work. Excuse me. From the work, and then you're just not able to maintain. One thing I have thought about the yawning, like, of course I'm a little tired right now, but I talk so much and I don't breathe that I'm not getting in enough air, and I really think that's causing some issues too. I digress. Next up, we're going to kind of talk about reverse engineering. working backwards, okay? So we have what we want up here. We need to create space to clearly define the vision of what you are, what you do, and all these things. You're right down here, and we need to start working. What does this path look like? What is it going to be? What's going to be the most relevant for you? The habits that need switched, the action that needs taken, the work that needs done. Okay, so we think backwards. The middle part, like, so here's your goal, here's that middle stuff, and here's where you know where you're at. You're experiencing pain on some level, whether it's physically with your body, mentally with your self-esteem, your self-confidence, energy-wise with your nutrition and not taking care of that or sleeping enough. And this middle might be a little rough to try and figure out, but we know where we want to go. And the most important thing you do in any venture of life is to start taking action, start taking steps. The steps will reveal themselves time and again when you are going up this. You will see what needs to be taken next based on your experiences to that date, and as doors close, other doors open up. It's a natural flow of life, okay? So that's important. But one of the most important parts of coming from here to here, whether it's, again, your health or other areas, your business or whatever, is right in through here is this middle part, and you need to love it. You need to love the journey because that is life. Death, birth, we're working our way towards that. What's this messy middle part? And you need to learn to love that as you're going through it so you can truly experience it and enjoy it deep down inside, okay? I'm really enjoying my life a lot more. I'm surrounded by people that want to be with me. I'm surrounded by positive energy. I'm surrounded by people working hard on themselves. I'm surrounded by higher level mentors and other peers in my kind of my niche, connecting with them on Facebook and other areas and stuff. And things are really, really pretty awesome. Which leads me to the next thing. By creating space, you can start addressing internal limiting beliefs, okay? If you think things happen to you, you probably are mistaken, and things are coming from the inside out. What you think, feel, and are going on in here transfers out into the world, okay? The vibrations that you vibrate, the frequency that you run, your intentions are pushing energy out away from you, and you are getting energy back. Oftentimes it's a direct reflection of what's going on inside of you, okay? So if Brian wants to have a really positive external experience coming back to me, he needs to be strong inside. He needs to be thinking good, solid things, because as soon as this starts getting a little weary, everything else coming in that is that filtered in as negative. That's scarcity. It's not abundant. Okay, knowing that everything is internal, you're ultimately responsible for your life. You have the keys to drive the car that is your life. Okay, you can steer the direction that you want to go in life. If you're unhappy and you're just going this way, you need to stop, pull over, turn around, or go the other way, okay? You have the direct capacity to do that. If you don't like winter and the cold, like this morning I thought it was 30 degrees and it was 14. Like, how did I miss that one? I even walked outside. But if you don't like the cold, then, you can go move somewhere. If you want bigger biceps, right? The biceps right there, it's not looking very good today. Then you can go do more bicep curls, okay? And you can change. You can physically change these things. This stuff is just really becoming aware, and that often, many times, the answer lies inside. You know what you need to do to get along the way, to change, to do that. Trouble comes in that you're always looking outward for external solutions, and we need to look internal at what is the internal roadmap that you need to hit. Okay, So creating space for your vocabulary, the words that you use, what you verbally say out of your mouth is an expression of who you are, what your thoughts are, and most of the time people can see where you're trending, okay? We have words like, I'm too busy, there's enough time in the day, there's no way that's going to happen. Those are things that are negative phrases that are going to dip you downward, downtrend, not create a positive environment for you. Things like I'm going to try, I'm going to do this, I'm going to complete the task, I'm busy, but I'm going to squeeze it in. Those are things that are moving us in a positive direction, okay? This is where that powerful mindset and powerless mindset come into play. Is you can directly hear it through the words that are coming out of your mouth, okay? Creating space to focus on the things that you have. Counting your blessings and not your problems. So again, this abundance mindset thinking when you go into your set time aside. I know many people do powerful affirmations. Let me get this one. Let me see if I can find it real quick. YouTube. I don't know. Give me a quick second. This is one of my favorite ones, if I can find it. Oh, man. It's telling you, I'm a fire walker. I've walked on it twice.
Your brain goes, bullshit, you're real strong, feel your body. A state of certainty. So when you actually achieve it, when you phrases over and over, yes, 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 body out. Now I am the voice. I will lead, not follow.
Lead, not follow.
I will believe, not doubt. I will create, not destroy. I am a force for good.
This is it.
I am a leader. Defy the odds. Set a new standard. Step up.
Going.
Step up. Step up.
And then you get the...
Use your whole body. Now I am the voice. Knows the truth. It doesn't mean other people have to know. When you step up, ask, and instead of demanding, think of, I am.
There it is. That was it.
Now
There's another one he did on his personal journey to when he'd drive to clients when he was first getting started. I've followed Tony for a couple years now, big fan of Tony Robbins. And so the focusing on affirmations and really focusing on that abundance mindset is incredibly useful to having that powerful mindset. So I digress there a little bit. So so counting your blessings, again, glass half full, okay? If we're looking at, we have the mindset, the space to focus on the good things that are going on in your life. I'm sure there's plenty of them going around. This is about practicing gratitude in your everyday and showing appreciation for that stuff. When you do that, you'll feel more abundant. You'll be able to appreciate the good and appreciate the bad, even though it's a little bit of pain sometimes, but you can reflect back on that and really see the big difference that is going on in your life and how the bad has caused good for you, okay? Now, creating the space for you and putting you back in, we want to give yourself a confidence boost. When we are able to master skills, achieve goals, it's confidence that comes out of us, okay? We're able to learn, and we're able to learn how learn success. We're able to learn how to implement things and change the way life is going for you. We are able to succeed that way, and that's where confidence comes into play. Confidence is a critical thing that is super important for you, and will allow this space that you're creating to be filled with that abundance and that love and joy. Okay. We want to think positive when we're in those times. Okay. This is a way to avoid overwhelm. Going back to journaling, if we have overwhelm, we want to kind of check out of that and check into the good stuff that is going on. Like, freely write down what is bad, negative going on in your life, and then get into the good, the positive, thinking about the silver lining that is going on in your world. We want to make sure that we're organized, okay? If you're creating space for yourself, you have to be organized. Why? The day is super packed. It's super busy. It's so full with something, and that is you giving away. Someone's grabbing your attention. Your schedule is filled up with something, whether it's family, whether it's work, whether it's relatives, or just random people, okay? Staying organized, staying specific to your specific efforts that need to happen in a day is going to make sure that that space is there for you. Because many other things will grab it. They'll take it, they'll grab it, and then all of a sudden you'll be gone. One of the huge things I advocate for you, especially as a maybe new to our relationship, or if you are getting want to get back in shape, is really just being organized and doing what is the minimum viable product that I need for myself to start making steps forward. So getting organized to do a 20-minute workout rather than trying to do an hour workout. That's going to be far more productive for you to make sure you get it in. I've had people that often think like, well, I don't have like 45 minutes, so I'm just not going to work out at all. Wrong. Let's set yourself up for success in the short term and make sure that it's playing in so that we can maximize your capacity. We're going to finish up here with one more thing about putting you back into you, okay? Creating that space to fill yourself up and then give back to others. And that's surrounding yourself with similar people, okay? It's something that I've been doing definitely for the last year. My Facebook friend list is significantly different than it has been ever in my life, and it keeps evolving and adapting and changing. I follow people that I think are leaders in the space for me, are inspirational, motivational. They help this positive, abundant mindset flourish within me, because if not, like I can easily get down on myself or get overwhelmed. It's really easy. So surrounding myself with positive, energetic people that are pushing themselves is critically important. That's why when I take clients on, I have to make sure like I'm protecting myself too. I can't bring on somebody that is like is a very attention needy, that is wanting, is plays helpless victim. Like, I've got to be careful, because that pulls me down. I've literally had 1 week, like, true story, I had like a week where 2 people wanted to bail, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, you committed, you said you were going to do this, and like 3 weeks later you're wanting out. I'm like that's just not how it works. But it caused me so much like internal stress on myself that I was it just like spilled out all over me. I'm trying to like, what am I doing wrong? Is the advice that I'm doing not good enough? Why can't these people get the results that they're looking for? And then it just like totally just like spilled over. Like, my relationship with my kids suffered because I was just so consumed with this, and I was like trying to look up information and digest this stuff. My relationship with my wife, I ended up sleeping on the couch for like 2 days because I was just a hot mess. I was so wrapped up in what these people were dictating toward me that I totally shut down and totally ended up on the couch for 2 nights because I was just like, I just couldn't even like shift away from it. I was so unfocused. So like positive people that are like-minded are incredibly important um, to invest your time in. Okay, that's the most invaluable possession you have is your time, and you want to make sure you're around the right people. There's always a saying that your 5 closest friends are your network is your net worth, and your capacity for upward mobility, whatever that means to you, whether it's like financially or spiritually or any of that stuff. Like the people you surround yourself with influence you significantly. So that is going to be it. Hopefully you draw some positivity from me. You probably want to stick around. If you didn't, if I can help you in any other way better, can shine some more light your direction, let me know. Let me know how to help you out better, okay? I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you really create some space for you and you clearly define what that is, whether it's journaling, whether it's meditating, whether it's going for a walk, a run, making sure you're setting time aside to exercise at least 3 times a week. Make sure you're setting time aside to be prepared for your food and your nutrition. There's a lot of different things going on there. So I hope you take value from this, and I hope you implement. I'd love to hear what you're doing. Comment below, and have a good night.